Good day, students, and welcome to today's class, Mathematics with Mr. Tobias. Okay, yesterday we discussed in our lesson fractions, of which we targeted on, or of which what we studied was how we can form equivalent fraction. That was in our learner's book, that is pages 84 and 85, and I gave you your homework also as your assignment. I believe you all did the assignment. All right, so in yesterday's lesson we explained how we can form equivalent fraction when we gave some examples. Remember, we said that if we have this fraction 3/4, for example, we say that the number on top is called numerator. The number on top is called numerator, and the number below, that is the bottom, is called denominator. And we say that if we want to write a fraction, that a fraction should be written in the way that the number on top should be smaller than the number below. That is what we call proper fraction. Okay. All right, in forming the equivalent fraction, we say the equivalent fraction, we have to make a fraction in a way that it is equal in value or size. So that is what we mean by equivalent fraction. So then we say that if we have this number, for example, and we want to form equivalent fraction, and we said 3/4 is equal to dash over, let's say, over 16. So we said how we can form the equivalent fraction is to observe what happened to any of the fraction apart. Like if it is 4, which is a number on bottom or below, this 4, what happened to get the next denominator? What happens to denominator here to get the next denominator in the second fraction? We observe that we multiplied 4 by 4 to get 16. Therefore, because we multiply 4 by 4 to get 16, we also have to multiply the numerator by 4 to get what's supposed to be here to satisfy the equation. So 3/4 is equal to 3 times 4 is what? 12. So 3/4 is equal to 12/16. The same thing, if we also say equal to, maybe we write here, let's say 24, okay, over box. So that is over what? So now we also check or observe that we multiplied 12 by 2 to get 24. Therefore, we have to multiply 16 by 2, and the 16 multiplied by 2 is equal to 32. So what it means is that 12/16 is equal to 24/32. So that's for equivalent fraction, what we studied yesterday, and so on and so forth. If there is anything you did not understand there, you ask me your question. Send your question to my WhatsApp group, okay? As well, remember, I posted it in my YouTube channel also. All right, today's lesson we are going to continue in our learner's book, pages 86 and 87. And in the pages 86, 87, the topic we have there is fraction, decimals, and mixed numbers. All right, we've already explained what fraction is, and we say that fraction is part of a whole. That is when we write a number in form that it has numerator and if it has numerator and denominator, it is a fraction. Okay, we've divided something into 4 parts, and we take 3. So when we write a number like this is a fraction. We divided something into 4 parts and we take 3. Okay, that is a fraction. decimals, and we say that decimal is also a type of fraction written using points, decimal points. For example, if we have for example 1 over 2 is equal to half, that is 0.5. So when we write a number in this form, it is decimal in base 10. All right. Then mixed number. What do we mean by mixed number? A mixed number is, when we say mixed number, a mixed number is a number that is a whole number and a fraction. A number that is a whole number and a fraction is called mixed number. For example, when we have two whole number, for example, 2 whole number, 1 over 5. This is a mixed number, which is whole part and a fraction. So whole part and a fraction. This is a mixed number altogether. All right, today we are going to see how we can use this to write or solve some problems. Now, we say example. Example, this is from our number page, a learner's book page 86, pages 86 and 87. Okay, when we look at this topic today, that is fraction, decimals, and a mixed number. We've explained this almost, but we want to use it to solve some problems. Say example, each cloud contains the digit from a fraction and its equivalent decimal. Again, each cloud contains the digit from a fraction and its equivalent decimal. The digits have been mixed up. Look at the cloud. We can see the cloud here. We have in the first cloud 0, 8, 4, 5, not 45, 4 and 5. Okay. Then the second cloud is, we have 0, 3, 3 and 10. Then in this cloud we have 4, 2, 0 and 5. Now the question is, write the fraction and equivalent fraction for each cloud. Write the fraction and equivalent fraction for each cloud. All right. This question wants us to do what? Write a fraction here and write the equivalent in decimal. Okay. For example, we say that 1 over 2 is equal to 0.5. Okay. 1 over 2 is equal to 0.5. We can also say that 0.5 is equal to 1 over 2. How? How did we get that 0.5 is equal to 1 over 2? In decimals, if we have one digit, pick the number and over 10. For example, this 0.5 is equal to, pick the number here after decimal point 5. Because it is one digit, it is over 10. Okay, it is over 10 because it is one digit after the decimal point. So because we have one digit after decimal point, we say 5 over 10. And the 5 over 10, we can still divide it into simpler form. 5 divided itself is 1, and over 5 divides 10 is 2. That is how we got half. That is in fraction. 5 over 10 is 0.5, and 5 over 10 in simplest form is 1 over 2. All right, let us write the cloud answers or equivalents to decimals. All right, let us write the cloud equivalents of the decimal value. All right, let us pick the equation again. The first cloud is 0.845. Now, from here, let us pick 4 over 8. We have 4 over 8. We say that it's equal to 0.5. 4 over 8 is equal to 0.5. How? Because if we divide 4 here, 1. We divide 8 by 4 again, we have 2. So this means 1 over 2. Okay, so 4 over 8 is equal to 0.5, and the 0.5 is 1 over 2, that is half. 4 over 8 is half, and the half is 0.5. So in the first cloud, 4 over 8 is equivalent to 0.5. Then in the second cloud, we have, I think this is the second cloud, we have here 0, 3, 3, 10, which means we pick 3 over 10. That is from here, from the cloud, we have 3 over 10. We said is equal to 3 over 10 is equal to 0.3. Yes, because 3 over 10 is equal to 0.3, or which means that I told you when you have a decimal like this, pick the digit because it is 1 digit, make it over 10. If we have 2 digits, make it over 100. Okay, so this is in 10th place. Because it is in 10th place, then this is 3 over 10. So that is the the second cloud. In the third cloud, we have in the third cloud 4, 2, 0, 5. Then pick 2. Okay, 0.5. We have 0.5 is equal to half, which is 2 over 4. 2 over 4. Because we can still divide this to simplest form, we have 1 over 2. And the 1 over 2 is 0.5. So that is how the length we can go for today. We stop here. In the next lesson tomorrow, we are going to solve the exercises in our learner's book. Use these samples I have given you. Remember again, I said that we are focusing on fractions, decimals, and the mixed numbers. Okay, now we solved these examples. Tomorrow we continue with the rest of the exercises in our learner's book. Thank you so much. When you watch the video, if there is anything you didn't or you don't understand very well, then send your questions to me. I will also post this in the YouTube channel. So this is the lesson for today: fractions, decimals, and the mixed numbers. All right, and this is the examples for the cloud. That is the cloud where we have gotten the numbers and we wrote it in its equivalency. Thank you so much. Bye bye.